Hello and welcome back to Core Finance. This is the third video today with Alessio Rastani, who is CEO and founder of leadingtrade.com. This isn't the first video, it's the last, but we're going to talk about gold, number one in the first position. Gold, where do we go from here? I mean, I remember you being on the show and we were talking about being in the fifth wave.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Before we can even talk about gold, it's important to remember that the dollar has been seeing a lot of strength recently.
Yes.
And if the dollar continues to see strength, that's going to put downward pressure on gold because the two tend to be inversely correlated.
Understood.
Certainly statistically and historically, strength in the dollar, whenever the dollar has been going up, that's tended to be bad news for gold. So we need to think, okay, if our view is bullish, and I think we're both bullish on the dollar, what does that really mean for gold going forward? Because it spells bad news for gold, silver, and of course the euro currency itself. So going and looking at the gold market, I want to first of all, before we even look at the wave count, let's draw our attention to the right-hand side, because smart money has been shorting gold, and I don't usually like to go against the smart money. Having said that, there's usually a lag of time. So smart money can be bearish on something, but the market goes up. So it doesn't necessarily mean this just because a smart money is bearish or short.
And smart money being investment banks, central banks? Absolutely.
So commercial hedgers, the big funds, absolutely. So these big institutions are, at the moment, they're shorting gold. They're shorting gold. That doesn't mean gold cannot go higher. It can. But eventually there will be a point when the technicals, the charts will catch up with what the smart money is doing, and then we'll see both in combination. Apart from the smart money, the second chart there, the second part of that shows seasonality. Now,
very important with gold as well.
Yeah, it is. And certainly October, as we can see, and again, by the way, this smart money position and seasonality is courtesy of Jason Geppert. Should give out a shout out to him. Seasonality of gold turns bearish in October. Now, I should just say, the seasonality of gold in September is usually bullish, but it's been the opposite this month. So maybe there's a sort of seasonality shift this year. I don't know, but we'll have to see. But seasonality says that October tends to be a bearish month. So we've got two things now going against gold: seasonality and the smart money position. Let's take a look at the Elliott Wave count then. So the Elliott Wave count, and again, people should understand that these are based on probabilities, not certainties.
Understood.
So even though the Elliott Wave projection tells us there's another wave coming, a wave 5, higher, that depends if we can see some confirmation signals. As a confirmation signal, I would need to see a close above 1310. So certainly at the moment, the Elliott Wave tells us that we've completed wave 3 at the top there, September highs. In other words, this has been a correction, a wave 4 correction. Elliott Wave theory also tells us that wave 4 shouldn't really close in the territory of wave 1 and 2. So we need to really hold this 1280 level here if this wave 4 is correct. Having said that, I'm not a fundamentalist on Elliott Waves. I tend to be more flexible on the counts. But in any case, putting all that stuff aside, we need to see a close above 1300 or 1310 to be confident that we're going to see a wave 5 move higher in gold. If we don't get that, then I think it's going to potentially we're going to see more weakness. And certainly, if we go below, if I just go back to that chart, if we close below the 100 simple average, which is 1270, and if we close below, I would say if we close below 1270, 1260, then we can kiss this wave count goodbye, because that probably is incorrect, and we'll have to rethink it completely. I would say this. I'm going to say this, Matt. Considering that we're both bullish on the dollar going forward, and again, we could be wrong on that too, let's put it that way. But if the dollar sees more strength, that would certainly agree with the seasonality of gold being bearish in October and the smart money position. And that would mean that gold is going to see more downward pressure going forward. So I'm not heavily, I would say out of all the trades out there, this is not the one I'd be most confident on going long on the gold. I would say it's a matter of hurry up and wait situation. What's your take on?
Well, I mean, if we're looking at the dollar, you've got to say if we're seeing strength in the dollar in the short to medium term, I'd be a seller of gold. Mindful, though, of moving into October, what can happen in the equity markets. Obviously, the safe haven asset that is gold, and we've still got North Korea in the background. So, you need to sometimes look at the fundamentals as well as the technicals. Therefore, it would be a trade. I've got 3 options: buy, sell, or do nothing. Gold at the moment, I'm going to do nothing.
Sounds good to me. Yeah, I like that idea as well. So that's what we got, I guess. So that should be very interesting to watch.
Fantastic. Alessio, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.